Children, today's grammar lesson is active voice and passive voice. Before we start, let's understand that in a sentence there is a subject, a verb and an object. It is important to understand what a subject is. A subject can be either a person who does the action, thing that we talk about. A verb is an action such as eat, drink, talk, dance, etc. The object can be either a person on whom the action is done or a thing on which the action is done. Children, when we use active voice, it shows how a subject in a sentence acts upon its verb. The formula of active voice is subject plus verb plus object. Now you can see the example. She eats biscuits. This sentence is in present simple tense. Here she is the subject because she is the doer of the action. Eat is the verb because it describes the action. Biscuits is the object because it is the thing on which the action of eating is done. When we use passive voice, it shows how the subject in a sentence is acted upon by the verb. The general formula of passive voice is object plus auxiliary verb plus past participle form of the main verb plus subject. Children, in our previous lessons we have learned about verbs. An auxiliary verb is a helping verb and it supports the main action. The main verb always shows the main action, and there are three forms of verbs such as the present form, the past form and the past participle form. Children, you should understand that every tense has its own passive formula. This sentence is in present simple tense. So the passive voice formula of present simple tense is subject plus am, is, or are plus the past participle form of the main verb plus the object. Now let's find the answer. The passive voice sentence begins with the object, that is biscuits. Then we add the auxiliary verb according to the formula. Biscuits is a plural noun, so we select the auxiliary verb are. Then we write the past participle form of the main verb eat. The past participle form of the main verb eat is eaten. Next, we use the preposition by to show who performed the action, who did the action. Finally, we write the subject at the end of the sentence. In this situation, if the subject is given, you should change it to the object pronoun. Here the subject pronoun is she and it becomes the object pronoun her. Now the complete answer is biscuits are eaten by her. Now study the following table which describes the changes in tenses and the changes in pronouns given below. Here we are going to focus on the tenses present simple tense, present continuous tense and present perfect tense. The passive voice formula of present simple tense is subject plus am, is, or are plus the past participle form of the main verb plus the object. The passive voice formula of present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, or are plus being being plus the past participle form of the main verb plus the object. The passive voice formula of present perfect tense is subject plus have or has plus be and been plus past participle form of the main verb plus the object. Here are the changes in pronouns. The subject pronoun I becomes the object pronoun me. We becomes us. You remains as you. They becomes them. He becomes him. She becomes her and it remains as it. Now let's see how we can make passive voice sentences. First, let's take the sentences in present simple tense. The example is I eat rice. Now identify the subject, verb and the object of this sentence. I is the subject because I is the doer of the action. Eat is the action, so eat is the verb. What do I eat? It's rice. So rice is the object. The object is on which the action is done. The passive voice formula of present simple tense is subject plus am, is, or are plus the past participle form of the main verb plus object. Now let's follow these steps. Step 1. Identify the subject, verb and the object in the sentence. I is the subject, eat is the verb and rice is the object. Step 2. Bring the object to the front, that is rice. Step 3. Add the auxiliary verb according to the formula. Here, rice is an uncountable noun, so we consider it as a singular noun and we select the auxiliary verb is. Step 4. Write the past participle form of the main verb. The past participle form of the main verb eat is eaten. So the answer is rice is eaten. Step 5. Add by. Now the answer is rice is eaten by. Step 6. Change the subpronoun and complete your answer. Now the complete answer is rice is eaten by me. Here the subject pronoun I becomes the object pronoun me. Let's take the second example. She is watering the plants. This sentence is in present continuous tense. The passive voice formula of present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, or are plus being being plus the past participle form of the main verb plus the object. Now let's follow the steps. First, you should identify the subject, verb and the object in the sentence. The subject is she, the auxiliary verb is, the main verb is watering and the object is the plants. Step 2. Bring the object to the front. The object is the plants, so you have to bring it to the front. The third step, add the auxiliary verb according to the formula. Since the object is plural, we add the auxiliary verb are plus being. So the answer is the plants are being. Step 4. Write the past participle form of the main verb. The past participle form of the verb water is watered. So the answer is the plants are being watered. Step 5. Add by. Now the answer is the plants are being watered by. Step 6. Change the pronoun and complete your answer. Now the final answer is the plants are being watered by her. Here the subject pronoun she becomes the object pronoun her. Children, the third example is they have written letters. This sentence is in present perfect tense. The passive voice formula of present perfect tense is subject plus have or has plus be been plus the past participle form of the main verb plus the object. Here are the steps to follow. Step 1. Identify the subject, verb and object in the sentence. The subject is they, the auxiliary verb is have, the main verb is written, the object is letters. Step 2. Bring the object to the front, that is letters. Step 3. Add the auxiliary verb according to the formula. Here the object letters is plural, so we select the auxiliary verb have plus been from the formula. Now the answer is letters have been. Step 4. Write the past participle form of the main verb, that is written. Now the answer is letters have been written. Step 5. Add by. Now the answer is letters have been written by. Step 6. Change the subject pronoun and complete your answer. The complete answer is letters have been written by them. Here the subject pronoun they becomes the object pronoun them. Children, now I am going to explain this exercise. Turn these active voice sentences into passive voice. The first sentence is Farah makes a cup of tea. Children, this sentence is in present simple tense and you should apply its passive formula. In this sentence, Farah is the subject, makes is the verb and a cup of tea is the object. Now you should begin the passive voice sentence with the object, that is a cup of tea. Now we select the auxiliary verb is from the formula because the object is singular. The past participle form of the main verb make is made. Now you should add by and the subject to complete your answer. So the complete answer is a cup of tea is made by Farah. The second sentence is I am watching video clips. This sentence is in present continuous tense, so apply the passive voice formula of present continuous tense. In this sentence, I is the subject, am is the auxiliary verb, watching is the main verb, and video clips is the object. Now you should begin the passive voice sentence with the object, that is video clips. Then you should select the auxiliary verb are being from the formula because the object is plural. The past participle form of the main verb watch is watched. Now add by and the subject to complete your answer. The answer is video clips are being watched by me. Here the subject pronoun I becomes the object pronoun me. The third sentence is my uncle blames me. This sentence is in present simple tense, so apply its passive formula to form the answer. In this sentence, the subject is my uncle, the verb is blames, the object is me. Now we begin the passive voice sentence with the object. In this situation, the object pronoun me becomes the subject pronoun I. Then we select the auxiliary verb am from the formula. Next you should write the past participle form of the main verb blame, that is blamed. Finally add by and the subject to complete your answer. Now the complete answer is I am blamed by my uncle. The fourth sentence is we have written articles on different topics. This sentence is in present perfect tense, so you should apply its passive voice formula. In this sentence, the subject is we, the auxiliary verb is have, the main verb is written, and the object is either articles or articles on different topics. Now begin the sentence with the object. Then we select the auxiliary verb have been from the formula because the object is plural. Then add by and the subject to complete your answer. Therefore, finally, the answer can be either articles have been written by us on different topics or articles on different topics have been written by us. Here the subject pronoun we becomes the object pronoun us. Children, now let's see how we can construct the questions in passive voice. First, let's discuss about the questions. Begin with auxiliary verbs. The first example is she eats rice. This sentence is in present simple tense. Next, you should write this sentence in passive voice by applying the passive voice formula of present simple tense as I have explained. The passive voice sentence is rice is eaten by her. Children, when we construct the question, first move the auxiliary verb is to the front. Then write the object, that is rice. Then write the past participle form of the main verb, that is eaten. Then add the preposition by and finally write the object pronoun her and punctuate with the question mark. The question in passive voice is rice eaten by her? The second example is they are making kites. This sentence is in present continuous tense. Next, you should write this sentence in passive voice by applying the passive voice formula as we discussed. The passive voice sentence is kites are being made by them. Children, now you should construct the question. First move the auxiliary verb are to the front. Then write the object. The object is kites. Next you should add being being according to the formula of present continuous tense. Then write the past participle form of the main verb, that is made. Then add the preposition by. Finally write the object pronoun them and construct the question in passive voice. The question is, are kites being made by them? The third example is, Tom has posted a letter. This sentence is in present perfect tense. Next, you should write this sentence in passive voice by applying the passive voice formula of present perfect tense. The passive voice sentence is, a letter has been posted by Tom. Children, next you should construct the question. First move the auxiliary verb has to the front. Then write the object, that is a letter. Next you should add and been according to the formula of present perfect tense. Now write the past participle form of the main verb, that is posted. Then add the preposition by. Finally write the subject Tom at the end of the question. The question is, has a letter been posted by Tom? Children, now let's see how we can form questions in passive voice using WH question words. I have used the WH question words what, who and why. My purpose is to show you the basic methods of constructing questions. The first question is, what does she do? It is in active voice. The tense is present simple tense. First you should write the WH question word what to begin the passive voice question. Then you should write the auxiliary verb is and the past participle form of the main verb, that is done. Then add by and the object pronoun her. The question in passive voice is, what is done by her? The second question is, who is watching a film? This question is in present continuous tense. The passive voice question begins with by whom. Next you should write the subject, that is a film. Then write the auxiliary verb is being and the past participle form of the main verb, that is watched. The passive voice question is by whom a film is being watched. The third question is, why has he brought a knife? This question is in present perfect tense. First you should write the question word why, then add the auxiliary verb has, then you should write the subject a knife. Next write and been according to the formula of present perfect tense. Then write the past participle form of the main verb, that is brought. Then add by and the object pronoun him. The question in passive voice is, why has a knife been brought by him? Students, this is the end of the explanation of this lesson. Thank you and God bless you.